Well, hi there. Warm welcome. You're watching Blueprint Explosive Exclusive, and I'm Meghna Deka. Well, is there friction and collision in the dugout of the Indian team? Well, there you have it. Kohli and Rohit versus Gambhir. Is it Coach Gambhir versus the greats of Indian cricket? When captains and coaches go on a collision course, you can expect the unexpected in the dressing room. Well, ahead of the series down under, did Rohit Sharma publicly snub the coach, Gautam Gambhir? Are the rumored ego battles between Virat Kohli and Gambhir now turning and returning to a new pitch? We'll take you down the memory lane of the cricketing spats that have happened between these greats of Indian cricket. But after all, everyone must introspect. Isn't change in the coach synonymous with conflict? We've seen it time and again when it has happened in the past. We'll go down the memory lane in just a bit, but let's start at the beginning. Well, the India batting star, Rohit Sharma, in his first public appearance after he was removed as the ODI captain, he made no mention of head coach Gautam Gambhir, which is why there are rumors which are now being sparked off about why he reflected on the Champions Trophy triumph earlier this year. Instead, he credited the win to the processes which were established during Rahul Dravid's tenure, praising the team for embracing the ideology of the former captain-coach pair. Now, this is what he said. I'm going to break it down for you word by word so that we have a better idea. And it's not just about what he said, it's also about what he did not say. For example, he said it's a journey that we were on for many years, that it's not just about 1 year. Remember, it's just about a year when you had Gautam Gambhir taking over. So Rohit Sharma said it's not about 1 year or 2 years of work. It is much longer. That processes helped me and Rahul win in 2024 World T20. Now we'll go back to that point because it's important for us. Remember, World T2024, T20 was when you had Rahul Dravid right after that retiring as the coach, and that's when Gautam Gambhir had taken over. So he says it is processes, it's not just 1 year, but it was processes which helped me and Rahul Bhai, he had said, in 2024 World Cup. Right after this T20 World Cup, remember, Rahul Dravid had retired. He then goes on to say, and this is interesting, he then goes on to say that it then carried on to the Champions Trophy. Remember, the Champions Trophy was played when Gautam Gambhir, not Rahul Dravid, was the coach of Team India. So why is it that Rohit Sharma picked these exact words? Listen in for yourself and listen very carefully, not just to what he did say, but what he didn't say. Well, interestingly, under Rohit and Dravid, India did manage to bounce back from the heartbreaking loss that we had seen in the 2023 ODI World Cup finals at home against Ahmedabad to win the next two ICC trophies. Remember, the 2024 World T20 Champions Cup as well as the 2025 Champions Trophy. So we cannot take much away from the duo that the two of them were, captain and coach, Rohit Sharma and Dravid. They were unbeatable on the ground, it appears. But now, both Rohit and Virat are back in the squad. Things have changed. You have a new coach in place. You have Rohit and Virat who are back in the squad, having retired from the other formats. But this time around, the two of them have been placed conspicuously under the captaincy of Shubman Gill. Of course, Shubman Gill is a known factor. He's one of the rising stars of Indian cricket. So we are not going to take away from the talent, the powerhouse of a talent that Shubman Gill is. But it is interesting to see two of the former greats of Indian to play under the captaincy of Shubman Gill. Well, there have been reports which are coming in that both Gambhir as well as his BCCI chief selector Ajit Atgarkar have felt that it was time for a younger leader to take charge ahead of the 2027 World Cup, while also harboring doubts over Rohit's place in India's long-term ODI plans, which is why they have decided that the ODI captain continues to be Shubman Gill, who is expected to be the rising star, but also take the team forward in 2020, in the next match that we are going to play in the 2027 World Cup, that is, and instead give these guys a bit of a break when it comes from captaincy. But let's not take away the kind of success that Rohit Sharma has had when he was the captain of Team India. This is a little glimpse of his success record. There were 2 Asia Cup trophies which were won under him. In 2024, of course, we all know the T20 World Cup that we had just discussed. ODI win percentage under Rohit Sharma as a captain was 75%. Phenomenal run that he had. And in T20 win, his percentage was about 79% wins in his captaincy. The highest ODI ranking that Team India reached under the captaincy of Rohit Sharma was #1, and was the same thing when it came to the T20 ranking. Under Rohit Sharma, India reached the highest ranking of #1 as the squad. Now, interestingly, the Gambhir Rohit saga has stirred off several conversations about the coach and captain dynamics which have happened in Indian cricket. Remember, it all started in July 2024 when Gautam Gambhir was named the head coach, with early rumors coming in of tension with captain Rohit Sharma. All of that started. Now, during the December 2024 to January 2025, the Border Gavaskar Trophy, Rohit Sharma was dropped from the team, citing his poor form. Now, this added fuel to the speculation about the relationship between the coach and the player. By October 2025, during the India-Australia series, the leadership shuffle continued, with Shubman Gill then being named the ODI captain instead of Rohit Sharma. This highlighting the ongoing changes, the strategic decisions which were brought in under Gambhir's tenure, of course, raised several eyebrows. But remember, it's not just about Rohit Sharma and Gautam Gambhir, but it's also the tiff that we have seen between between the clash that we have seen between Kohli and Gambhir as well, which came in an IPL 2013 match in Bengaluru. Now, with both the captains, Gambhir and Kohli, exchange words after the RCB skipper was dismissed. In fact, right after that, you could see Kohli walking back to the dugout as well. Then he returned briefly to have another heated argument with Gautam Gambhir before other KKR players had to intervene to douse the fire. The second instance that we are going to show for you was between 2016 and 2020, when you had Gambhir post-retirement came out, made several remarks lambasting Kohli. In fact, he even had said that Kohli was not a shrewd captain. He also stated that Kohli was lucky to be retained as the RCB captain for this long. Then came IPL 2023. During a nail-biting finish in Bengaluru, Gambhir was there in the Lucknow Super Giants dugout as the team mentor. Then he provoked the home crowd with a finger on his lips response. Now, that's the picture that you can see of Gambhir's finger on the lips, which he said to the crowd. Now, later on, in a reverse fixture which happened in Lucknow, Kohli also returned the gesture to the Lucknow crowd. This with an 18-run win. So there you have it. In fact, it didn't just stand there. After the game, cameras caught Kohli and Gambhir in a heated exchange, prompting a host of other players from both the teams to jump in and to try and control the situation. But all of this, remember, was caught on camera. You can see the acrimony. Was it just in the heat of the moment? Everything forgotten now? Or is it going to be old egos and old clashes returning to a new pitch? That's what we are going to be discussing. Meanwhile, let's also not forget that the controversy earlier this year had happened between R. Ashwin and Gautam Gambhir as well. Well, the Gambhir R. Ashwin saga has been one of the most talked about player-coach dynamics in recent Indian cricket. Well, it all began in December 2024 to January 2025 Border Gavaskar Trophy, when Ravichandran Ashwin, remember, had retired midway during the series, raising several eyebrows across the cricketing world. Now, by July 2025, during the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy, tensions again escalated, with Ashwin publicly suggesting that Gautam Gambhir lacked awareness in his role as the coach. Then in August 2025, Ashwin further raised fitness concerns under Gambhir, keeping the spotlight on the ongoing friction between the senior player and the coach. So there you have it. It's Gautam Gambhir, the head coach, versus the greats of the Indian cricket. Now, when coaches and captains clash, Indian cricket has seen its fair share of drama over the years. We are going to tell you in just a bit about this and several other clashes, but before that, let's go across to our panelists and we'll come back and discuss about what happens when coaches and captains clash in the past. But let me go across to our panelists. Today, joining us on the show, we have Nikhil Sharma, the sports commentator as well as author. We are also joined by Vedam Jaishankar, a sports journalist. Well, Nikhil, I'm going to be coming to you first. It's interesting what we had Rohit Sharma come out and say. Should we, however, read between the lines? How much do you make of the fact that he cheers for Dravid but completely leaves Gautam Gambhir out of the picture when it comes to his gratitude?
Meghna, I wouldn't read too much into what Rohit Sharma said. I've seen the video clip a couple of times. I think he was talking about the processes that were set by Rahul Dravid. I think we must also kind of be cognizant of the fact that, Gambhir has had only possibly about a year in his role as of now, whereas Rahul Dravid has had or had about 3 years, 21 to 24, as his time as the head coach. So I guess he was talking more about the processes that Dravid had set, which kind of took the team ahead. He spoke about how...
Oh, Nikhil, he could have spared one word at least for the current coach, that he won the Champions Trophy under.
He didn't use a lot of words, Meghna. I think it was in my view, I think it's quite possible that he would have, maybe he had a little tinge of sadness or not so happy, as not having not been given the swan song as the captain of the Indian ODI team. But overall, I think just given the entire landscape as to what has happened in the last 1 year, and also typically what happens with Indian captains at the end of their careers, I think Rohit's got a very good send-off as a captain with the Champions Trophy win. I think if anything, he should be very happy that he's left the captaincy on a high. Rahul Dravid and Rohit Sharma's white ball records are excellent, in high 70s. So is Gautam Gambhir, although that consideration set right now is very low. But if you really look at it, both Rahul Dravid having faced, those test series losses against South Africa in South Africa, and of course, we lost to New Zealand last year when Gautam Gambhir began his coaching stint with India. I think those would sting both of those coaches more than what Rohit Sharma really says. I think they're all very fierce competitors, Meghna. At the end of the day, they want to win. I think that's more important. I don't think too much will be...
that's a very interesting one.
Of it.
So these are people who are highly, highly driven, which is why perhaps with greater talent, with this greater drive comes greater egos as well. Vedam, would you be surprised? Because it does seem that the timing of this, right after he's been dropped as the captain, he comes out and thanks the former coach for having won a trophy which was under the current coach. Is there more than what really meets the eye? After all, we're all aware of the background that the two of them, Rohit Sharma and Gautam Gambhir, share.
Hi, Meghna. I just want to recall one particular incident which happened years ago. In the 80s and early 90s, the West Indies were unbeaten. They were probably the best ever team to play cricket right through. And when Gordon Green, his opening batsman, was asked if Clive Lloyd was the greatest captain, he said, for this cricket team, even if you put a donkey, the team will still win. We are luckily in that sort of situation. It doesn't matter who is there. Legacy, culture, and all takes time. It is not something overnight you can change a legacy or change a culture. We are very lucky today that we have about 30, 35 players. You can drop anybody or you can pick up anybody and there'll still be a controversy. We understand that both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are absolute. They have served India absolutely brilliantly at a time
no
when
questions about that.
This kind of depth. But today, like for instance, if you drop Abhishek Sharma, there is Jais already there. You know, if you drop Pant, there is KL Rahul ready there, or there is Jurel ready there. This is the kind of depth we have never had. And today we are having that, and we need to understand how to handle it. People like Rohit Sharma could be part of that process, where they could teach how we can handle this kind of talent. Somebody like Rohit Kohli too. But to say that everything is because of Rahul Dravid or because of Gautam Gambhir is not fair. Because all cultures, all legacies are over a period of time. There is nobody who's got a magic wand.
Fair enough. Many people say that Ganguly's legacy as a captain, the fierceness he brought in, still is thriving and running in the blood of Indian cricket, and that was decades back.
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll just come to you because it's important for our viewers to be reminded of what have happened in the past when we've had these clashes between coaches and captains. We are putting out some of these details on your screens. It has begun, for example, 2005 and 7 when Sourav Ganguly and you had Greg Chappell. You remember the tumultuous times we had at the time. Ganguly was dropped as the captain from the team as well, with Chappell at the time famously claiming that Ganguly plays only for himself. It was part of those leaked emails which came up in the media. Then, of course, 2017, more recent than that, well, you have tensions which arose between Anil Kumble and Virat Kohli. That was very public. Remember, it led to Kumble resigning as the head coach. He said that there is untenable relationship with Kohli was the reason for him to step down. Well, earlier, during 2016-2017, there was also the story of Kumble versus Ravi Shastri. If you remember, at the time of Kumble being appointed the head coach, the BCCI at the time had picked Kumble over Shastri as the head coach, but Shastri was reappointed in 2017, widely seen as a Kohli-backed comeback at that time. So we've seen these clashes which have been happening. There is, of course, others between 2021, 2022. Speculation swirled about Rahul Dravid and Kohli, with questions about Kohli's reduced influence within the team setup. You also have the period which saw Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Many said they experienced friction between the leadership change, the transition which happened between one to the other, from Kohli to Sharma, which allegedly highlighted the challenges which was happening in passing on that captaincy baton. By 2024-25, Gautam Gambhir's appointment as the coaching setup, of course, as we have just discussed, sparked off this Gambhir versus the greats debate. So as we have both our guests very eloquently telling us, it's about the depth that we enjoy in the cricketing pickings that we have the best of the best. Even greats like this are leaving behind a legacy not built in a year or even under 2 tenures of 2 coaches. It is under several captains and several coaches that we are still reliving this glory, which we've enjoyed in the past as well. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, gentlemen, we are running out of time. We'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere.